Hello there, this is Pastor Jerry with a slice of toast from the bread of life. How are you today? Glorious, glorious. Thank you, the Lord, for the day. You know, I was reading a story today and it really made me stop and reflect inside and say to myself, well, where am I at? What am I doing? It's a story that we've all kind of heard. We remember that Lazarus died and was raised from the dead. In John chapter 12, verses 1 through 8, it really spoke to me. It says, then Jesus, 6 days before the Passover, came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, which had been dead, whom he raised from the dead. And there they made a supper, and Martha served, but Lazarus was one of them that sat at the table with them. Then took Mary, Mary and Martha, then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard, very costly, and anointed the feet of Jesus, and wiped his feet with her hair. The house was filled with the odor of the ointment. Then saith one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, which should betray him, why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence and given to the poor? This he said not because he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief and had the bag and bare what was put therein. Then Jesus said, let her alone. Against the day of my bearing she has kept me. For the poor always you have with you, but me you have not always. Now, I know we take that wrong, but here's what I felt Jesus speak to me this morning. We get concerned with a lot of things in life. We get in a lot of causes and things wrapped up. We want to hang on to what we got and we don't want to let go of it. And we'll use any excuse. Lazarus' excuse was that it was a whole year's wages and it would feed the hungry. And we have so many excuses why we don't give to God and just pour the ointment and reward and praise for what he does. Our tithes and our offerings and that financial stuff that we give to God, it's a blessing for God. It's because we love him, not for any other reason. And yes, there's Judas Iscariots in the pulpit. There's Judas Iscariots that want the money for their own gain because they're thieves. But I'll tell you, find someone that loves God. Bless them with an offering as unto the Lord, and watch what gets multiplied and which gets done for Jesus. I know this, you can't outgive God. God will richly bless you for everything you do for him. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about your time. I'm talking about your mental capacity. Read and study the word that you might be approved. I'm talking about fellowshipping with other people, pouring praise for the Lord out on them, just as Mary poured the anointing oil on the feet of Jesus in their upper room. Praise him today. It's all about your attitude. Attitude is still everything. God bless you. This is Pastor Jerry with a slice of toast from the bread of life.